Hello everyone, welcome to another UConn PAES construction project video update. My name is Lou Gett. Today is August 19th, 2016, and we're going to be taking you to our final video of the STEM dorm, which is now substantially complete and ready for students. So the dorm, originally referred to as STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, is now actually called the Next Generation Connecticut Hall. So the building is roughly 211,000 square feet, and it's a total of 9 floors. It's actually 8 floors with 1 lower level. So we have 734 beds. On the lower level we have 4 seminar rooms, an iZone room that we'll get into in a little bit of detail. The first floor is an event room, lobby, living room, and a game room, and another 4. So a total of 8 seminar rooms, 734 beds, 211,000 square feet. We're going to enter through the main entranceway here off the circulation area. We're going to enter into the lobby here, which is really a grand space. Now it's still just being cleaned up a week ahead of the students moving in. This is the lobby area here with the main desk over in this area over through here. Great corridor in through into the event room onto the right hand side. We'll take you down in through there. There's actually an event going on today. Some of the seminar rooms eventually will walk into the iZone area down through here. But over to the south, this is going to be the main, actually they call it the living room. The main downstairs lounge meeting area will be through here. And again, there's boxes. You know, they're still organizing furniture. And this is right on the pathway on the south here. So this is really a kind of tall glass, you know, grand view of the patio section in through here. So a good time to talk about this walkway actually from the interior of the building. So to the north it runs down and drops the students over by alumni. And then to the south it carries them down close to Hilltop. We'll discharge down in through here too and come around Sherman Field. Then they'll have the option to cross through the passageway by Gampo. So a very nice living room space, and the same theme as the upper lounges, the maple wood slatted ceilings, very tall ceilings, very nice space down through here. We're going to continue on the first floor here. We're passing through the bathrooms. And this is one of the first campus buildings that has both a men, a women, and an all-gender restroom. We're going to open the doors into the game room over here. We're sure will be a popular spot for the students going forward. Some foosball tables up ahead of us, a couple of pool tables here, shuffleboard table, ping pong table, that was a favorite. What a nice space. From the lobby, we're going to head to the north, down the corridor through here. We're going to take a quick peek. So this area over here is the event space on the first floor here, and we'll take a peek. There's actually an event scheduled for today that they're actually preparing for. So this is one of the event rooms downstairs on the first floor. Dining Services is preparing a lunch for the group that's here today. So we're in just ahead of the group that's here today. And again, everything on the east side here has a grand view of the campus, Sherman Field. And these are the stairs we were talking about that deliver the students around to the Alumni Center over through here. So pretty nice space. We're sure this will be used quite a bit on campus. I'm going to continue on. We'll take a quick peek on the first floor into one of the seminar rooms that's not being used today. So a pretty grand space. They're still shaking out some of the furniture to go with this. High bay on the ceilings. You know, wonderful glass plated marker board on the wall. Very nice. So continuing on the north hallway here on the first floor. We're going to take a quick walk down this beautiful set of stairs leading towards the 4 seminar rooms downstairs and the iZone room. So a pretty marvelous set of stairs with a glass guard and a stainless steel handrail and guardrail on the top. So we're going to take a minute. We're going to actually enter in the lower level, room 014, the iZone room. So iZone stands for the Innovation Zone. So this area is going to have 3D printers in here, table saws, all type of equipment. So this is really a creative space, an entrepreneurial space, a chance to be able to bring an idea to life. So it's really innovative. You know, none of the other buildings have, you know, an opportunity or a place for the kids to try, to experiment, you know, to grow, to use equipment that they normally wouldn't have access to collaborate with other students. So a pretty cutting edge space, the iZone room on the lower level. The lower level laundry room, in several previous videos, it's actually nice to go back and you can see the roughing in its early stages, and now it's in the finished stages over and through here. Very nice dryers. We're taking a look at the dryers in through here. Nice polished floor, wonderful space. And the washers down here over through here. So great to have right in the building, washer and dryer service. The 8th floor, and we have 3 elevators. The students will have access to 3 elevators that will be able to deliver them to each individual floors. Maple is the wood theme, as we showed you in some earlier videos. So each floor has its individual colored themes. There's 3 palettes. This is a burnt orange of a color here, and that's carried all the way through in this area in here, and then blue all the way down. So we'll take a minute. We talked about these lounge areas. This is the highest lounge area, lounge 840 on the 8th floor. And we talked in previous videos about coming back to this space being one of the more grand spaces in the building. So each of the 7 dorm room floors have an individual lounge, and then they actually have study areas, some on the north and some on the north and the south, for the students to be able to gather. So this is an incredible view looking down on the Sherman track and field, basically on the whole campus. One of the highest points onto the campus, and this will be a great spot for the students to gather. So a little exterior sunshade to keep the sun off the glass a little bit. Wonderful wood slat ceiling for an architectural feature, maple baseboard to go with it, new furniture, and they're just doing a little bit of the final cleanup ahead of all of the students moving in next week. We do have RAs in the building right now and some functions going downstairs. So this is the classic typical lounge that's in this knuckle area of the building on all of the dorm floors. So 3 spaces on the typical floors here for the students to gather, the center lounge and then a north and a south study area. We're on the 8th floor here, and it's a wonderful space on the north side. Everyone on the north side has a study room. So again, with a beautiful view, nice place to gather, well air conditioned, you know, place to collaborate, a desk, table, chairs. So we were previously in the north study room, and this is the 2nd study room, common space for the kids that we were talking about on the southwest side here. So nice space, just a different look. This one's more of a look to the west on the Putnam dining room and Hales. So 99% of the rooms are doubles. We'll take a look at the classic room now that the furniture is in. And we've been in here before looking at the process of construction. So the 2 beds, and they can either be stacked in one corner so they have more room and put the desks on the other side. You can see the extension there for the riser, they call it, to be able to stack them on top of each other. So a beautiful floor matches the woodwork, nice paint, really a great area, and again with a beautiful elevated view of the campus. So we've been to this vantage point on past videos, but this area has never been as completed and finished as it is today. So what a great view of the circulation area over here and the three entrances. This entrance over here between Hale and Putnam, this entrance over here between Hale and Ellsworth, and the third entrance over here between Ellsworth and the dorm. So these gates are electronically connected, and they'll be open at the beginning of the semester when students arrive, and at the end of the semester when students leave. And they'll also be connected so if there's ever a fire, that they're open for the fire department to come in. We're going to finish this video up at the same location where we started our first video several months back. We're at the southeast corner where the walks meet here. We're looking back up towards Hilltop, the Putnam Walk. So this will be a feature area where the students will come as they're heading back towards their classes. So the STEM dorm, now called the Next Generation Connecticut Hall, is complete. So we want to take a minute and thank the designers, we want to thank the contractors, we want to thank the university personnel that was involved with the job, we want to thank the workers, and the list goes on for the great effort to bring this to its grand opening today. So the building's roughly 2 years. It started in the fall of 2014, and it is now open for the students for the fall semester in 2016. So we thank you for your interest in this UConn project. Have a great day. Remember to subscribe to our UConn PAES channel. Once subscribed, on the left-hand side, Manage Subscriptions, to the right, the gearbox symbol, a check next to Send Me All Notifications for this channel with the save. Now, anytime we add a project, update a project, you will receive an automatic email notification. We thank you for your interest in our UConn projects. Have a great day.